All right, Donald Trump signed an executive order calling for election security, calling for proof of citizenship before people cast their ballots and for voter ID in all 50 states. Take a look at this.
ID and just one other thing, proof of a thing called citizenship in the United States. Wouldn't that be nice? How simple does that sound? Proof of citizenship, voter ID, one day voting and paper ballots. You know, paper ballots are very secure. They have watermark paper. It's very intricate stuff. It's very technologically advanced, even though it's paper. And you'd have no trouble. You wouldn't have dishonest elections, and you'd have them all done by 10 o'clock in the evening. You know, France went to that, and not that I want to copy anybody, but many others have also. And they had 38 million votes, and it was all done at 10 o'clock. They had a winner, they had a loser. That was it. Nobody was complaining. And they had it backed up with paper. And it's so easy to do. The other thing, you'd save about, this would cost you about 8% of what the machines cost. So the paper would be much less expensive. So if you're looking to save some money, that's a good way to save it. So it's a shame that we've gone through it. We've gone through a bad election, really bad election. The election was so bad. And think of it. You wouldn't have had the October 7th disaster.
President Trump has accomplished so much in his first 2 months. It's hard to even imagine the implications of this. This would prevent the radical left from being able to do almost everything that they have done to us. If they did not rig elections, they would not be able to get away with any of it. And the solution, this is the brilliance of Donald Trump, is he doesn't make solutions complicated. He's just like, yeah, voter ID would stop election fraud and paper ballots. Proof of citizenship and paper ballots would stop election fraud. Period. End of story. You could fix it. So now all you have to do is listen to who opposes this, and you'll know who the cheaters are. If you oppose this, you don't oppose this and with any good faith reason. There is no legitimate reason to oppose any of those things. If you oppose it, you are a cheater. Finally, President Trump has signed an executive order calling for the declassification of all Crossfire Hurricane documents. Take a look at this.
Next, sir, we have a presidential memorandum for your attention. This memorandum requires the immediate declassification of all FBI files relating to the Crossfire Hurricane investigation. This was obviously one of the instances of the weaponization of law enforcement powers of prosecution against you and others. We believe that it's long past time for the American people to have a full and complete understanding of what exactly is in those files.
Which gives the media the right to go in and check it. You probably won't bother because you're not going to like what you see. But this was total weaponization. It's a disgrace. Should never happen in this country. But now you'll be able to see for yourselves, all declassified. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All declassified?
Yes, sir.
Everything?
The FBI file with there's a classified annex, but other than that, this will put everything in the public eye.
Is anybody going to look? What about you? You going to look? And frankly, the FBI should be ashamed of themselves, and so should the Department of Justice, and so should Biden.
I love that he turns it around and says, is anybody going to look? Addressing the mainstream media. Are you going to look? And he points out someone specifically. Of course they're not, because they were also complicit in reporting on the Russia hoax. When I say reporting, just what I mean is echoing the propaganda, the talking points coming from the left. Here's the thing, though. This is good that he declassified this. My expectations are low because for the same reason that my expectations were low for the JFK files. I don't expect that those in the FBI who were so corrupt that they staged lawfare against the president of the United States, they illegally spied on him, lied and falsely accused him of colluding with Russia. I don't expect that they would have retained a file or a file cabinet full of incriminating information against themselves. I think that we know what happened with Crossfire Hurricane for the reasons that I mentioned at the beginning of the show, because we, the people, independent journalists, recorded what happened and investigated what happened. That's the reason we know the truth about Crossfire Hurricane, not because of what we're going to find in FBI files, because you better believe that these FBI agents tried to hide what they were doing, and if at all possible, destroyed evidence that would incriminate them in their criminal behavior. But I could be wrong. We'll have to see. I don't think I am, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys, make sure that you are subscribed to the show. Go to youtube.com/Liz Wheeler. Go to x.com/Liz_Wheeler. Rumble.com/Liz Wheeler. We have video on Spotify now, so make sure you subscribe over there and on Apple Podcasts as well. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for listening. I'm Liz Wheeler. This is The Liz Wheeler Show.